Okay, gang, it's time to do our last song together. We're going to do page 44 and 45, I'll Fly Away, as in I Will Fly Away. The Beagle's not flying anywhere today. This is our last song with them, Dobie Joe, until we write another book. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take it at about, oh, it looks to me like I've got that metronome set at 72. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we're going to count it off about like that. Okay, starting on your 2. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. What you're going to want to do is practice that with me a lot at that tempo, and then take whatever device you are using to use as a metronome or a click track and speed it up slowly until you start making mistakes. What are you going to do when you start making mistakes? You're going to start slowing down and challenging that number that's messing you up. Okay? All right. What else was I thinking about that I needed to talk to you about on this one in particular? Seems like something jumped into my focus as I was playing that, and now it escapes me. It must not have been that important. All right, if you have questions, remember what to do. You find me on social media, on my Facebook page or on karabarner.com, and pop me a message, ask me a question. I'm happy to answer any questions for you or explain anything. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the rest of the text there. I had myself blow up a couple of pages so that I could see that a little bit easier. When I'm sitting back here, the lighting's not so good for me. I'll Fly Away, page 44, that's what we just played. Now, on page 45, I give you the song I'll Fly Away in 3 different keys. What does that mean? Well, it's something we haven't talked about at all. But you'll notice that all the songs we play, you always hear me complaining that it's not in the key that I usually sing in, right? Which is the key of D. The dulcimer is tuned commonly, most typically, to a D-A-D in the key of D, Mixolydian tuning. So that means that most of the songs that we do start with the D chord and end with a D chord. And we sing notes out of the D major scale, all right? Or play notes out of the D major scale to play the melody. Well, as you've witnessed firsthand all through all these videos, it's not a good key for me to sing in. So some singers want to sing in different keys. What does that mean? Well, you sing the same song, you just change the chords, all right? In the key of D, and let's talk about this real quick, we have 3 important chords that are possible in every song. There's more than 3, but usually there's 3 for sure that we want to be aware of. The key that you're in, all right? That's the very first chord usually that you play. There's some exceptions to that. It's definitely, yeah, it's pretty much definitely the last chord you're going to play in the song. The key, we are going to assign number 1 to the key chord. So and throughout this whole book we've been playing in the key of D. D is 1, okay? Now there are 2 other important chords that go with any key that you're in. Numerically, it's the 4th and the 5th. So let me see if I can do this where you can see. If you are in the key of D, D is 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G is your 4 chord, A, because there's no such thing as an H in music, you have to start over again, A is your 5 chord. So in the key of D, the most common chords we play, of course, are D, because it's our 1 chord, D, G, and A. The 1, the 4, the 5. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F. G is number 4, A is number 5. Okay? When we play in the key of G, G becomes our 1 chord. Okay? And we're at a jam session and someone says, let's play this in the key of G, and you don't really know the song, you can narrow it down. What are the other 2 chords that are probably going to pop up in that song? Well, it would be the G, obviously, which becomes number 1. Then it would be the 4 and the 5. Now, what are those? G, remember there's no H, so you got to start over again. G, A, B, C is your 4 chord. D is your 5 chord. Okay? G, A, B, C, and D. Now, the only chord you haven't learned there is your C, and I'm about to show it to you right now. Now, if we decide to play in the key of A is our 1 chord. A, B, C, D is our 4 chord, and E is our 5 chord. All right? Now, I'm saying this pretty fast because it's not really the reason I wrote this book, but I want to kind of run this by you anyway so you kind of get an idea of, you know, we're planting seeds, in other words. All right? We're just planting seeds, music theory seeds. Okay? So in the key of A becomes my 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D is my 4 chord. A, B, C, D, E is my 5 chord. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this in the key of D. Some bright morning. Yeah, about like that. When this life is over, I'll fly away. I'll probably sing it up an octave up high, and then when I get to the chorus, I'll drop my octave for you. Let's turn this metronome on. All right, I've got that metronome set at about 104. Boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, like that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some bright morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Second or third line. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. Last line. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. All right, that was in the key of D. Now, when we play our G chord, we usually go 1 and 3. That's our most common way that we play G chords. We've been playing inversions the last couple of songs we've done, where we've done it sort of backwards with our bass string playing the 3rd fret on the bass. Now, we're going to learn how to play our C chord, which is just exactly like some of your what I call modifications, basically. So if you can't play A as a 1-0-1, you could play A as a 4-4-4. I think we talked about that at the very beginning of the book. So G could also be played with 3s. 3, 3, 3. And you can play that with 3 fingers, or you can use 1 finger to lay across all of them. Okay? Now if you go up to the 6th fret, not the 6.5, but the 6th, and you go 6, 6, 6 all the way across there, that's your C chord. I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of my students don't like the way that sounds, but that's the first way we're going to learn to play it. But it is kind of it's very compressed. It doesn't have a lot of ring to it, okay? I'm going to play my G on the 3rd fret so that it's easier for me to get to my C on the 6th. Okay? boom, diddy, boom. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. All right, that's not an ideal key for me to sing in either. Maybe A will be a little bit better. All right, now when we do the key of A, we're going to use the 1-0-1 for our A chord. And of course, D is open. But our E chord, remember when we go from an A to an E, we just fill that in with our middle finger. So if you're playing your A chord 1 and 3 on the bass string and the melody string, when you see that E, all you got to do is drop your middle finger in, and you got 1-1-1 for your E chord. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's turn the metronome back on and do this in the key of A and see if my allergy voice can sound any better on this in this version of it. Some bright morning, probably so. I make no guarantees. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. All right. Now, one interesting thing about this song is that last line, when I die, hallelujah, by and by. It's a regional thing. Some people sing it like that. Some people sing it like, when I die, hallelujah. I have a tendency to sing it like that second version. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. All right, let's stand the dulcimer up right over here if I can. There we go. Are you going to stand? No, it doesn't want to be there. Let me pick the guitar up. We'll put the dulcimer in the guitar stand and lean it back a little bit. There we go, like so. We're going to check the tuning of this guitar. I started playing the guitar when I was 10 years old. Currently, I am 60. I've been playing the guitar a long time. My mother put herself through college on a vocal scholarship. My grandparents on both sides of my family and my great-grandparents all played music. So I come by it honestly. Doesn't mean you have to grow up in a family like that, though, to play music. When you grow up in a family like that, you've just got it all around you, and it doesn't occur to you to do anything else. If you grow up in a family that doesn't play music at all, maybe it's not until later in life that you think, I'd like to try that. And you find out you had a real natural gift for it all along. It's never too late, though, right? It's never too late. I don't believe that it's ever too late for anyone to learn how to play an instrument, especially the dulcimer. It's such a great instrument to learn on. And you can do so much with it. my guitar is consistently sharp all the way across the board. All right, let's turn the metronome on. What I'm going to do for you now, so that you can play along with this, and I think we'll speed it up a little bit. Boom diddy, boom diddy. Your boom diddies on your dulcimer are going to sound like this. If I hold my guitar like this. Okay, that's what they're going to be like. Away, away, back, away, away, back. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So I'm going to go ahead and push you to put some speed on these. All right, this last page is an appropriate page to do together because I want you to go out and find as many people as you can to play music with. And people aren't always going to be playing in the key of D, all right? So at least we've touched on the key of G and the key of A here before I leave you, all right? Hopefully I'll be writing more books soon if I haven't already. By the time you're watching this, maybe I've written a dozen more books, who knows? But get with me and let me know how you're doing. Ask me questions, and let's continue on this journey together one way or the other, okay? All right, key of D, and then without stopping, I'm going to go to G, and then I'm going to go to A. Here we go. Thanks so much for hanging out with Dobie Jo and I. She's doing what she normally does, which is sleep, unless she's chasing rabbits and squirrels. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Let's drop that octave. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Here we go, key of G. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Turnaround. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. There we go, gang. Hey, listen, I've had a lot of fun with you. I want you to keep playing. Don't stop playing. Practice every day. Keep it up. If you need motivation, you contact me and I'll give you a pep talk. Make sure you stay on this, all right? On behalf of me and Dobie Jo, thanks so much for hanging out with us and learning how to play the dulcimer. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again.